The most anticipated team of the season was released, the North American Team of the Season for NHL 23's Hockey Ultimate Team. And in this video, we are going to break down all of the new cards, the sets, as well as talk about the future of these Team of the Season cards and if they're worth investing in. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Let's get into it. All right, so let's start down at the lower overalls. We've got the 93 Abby. I want to say it's Roke. I could be wrong on that. You guys in the comment section will always let me know. 5'7", 181, with all of the good synergies and abilities. She's got gold truculence, silver unstoppable force, close quarters, everything that you need if you want to use this card in game and be somewhat competitive with it. Obviously, size is always going to be an issue, but if you are building an all-female squad, something like that, she isn't that bad considering the attributes as well as gold truculence. That makes up for a lot of the issues. Next up, we've got the 93 overall Remy Poirier. He's got 3 skating synergies, which is obviously awesome. The zone ability is no timer. He's got post-to-post, light work, butterfly effect, everything that you'd want. 99 speed, 57 aggression. The build is okay. He's only 6'2". You guys know my stance on goaltenders. I mean, if you packed him untradeable, sure, maybe, but if you get him in a choice pack, this is probably, outside of maybe Abby Roque, the last option that I would want. From the Toronto Marlies, we've got the 93 Logan Shaw, a 6'4", 212 right-handed winger. He's got workhorse, fly the zone, as well-rounded, and a whole slew of other synergies. You could throw Thief on him if you wanted to max out defensive awareness, something like that. However, at 6'4", 212, this is like the most fun card. Like, if you were someone that is not trying to win the NHL 23 World Championship, and you were literally just trying to have some fun, you're hut rich, or maybe you pack in the choice set Logan Shaw and Remy Poirier, this is 100% a really fun option. He's got truculence. And then on top of that, he's 6'4", 212. Only 93 speed and acceleration, and there's no guarantee he's going to get a ton of upgrades, so you're going to have to wait for EA to just randomly dole them out. However, he's got total eclipse and big tipper. Tip shots are stupid fun in this game. They're the only goal that kind of goes in semi-regularly that isn't just a glitch goal that, with a wraparound and stuff like that. So, like I said, I think this could be a somewhat fun card. Obviously, if you were trying to get your biggest bang for your buck, this is not going to be it, but I think that he will win some of the choices if you were to get him in the choice set. Next up, we've got the 93 Josh Morrissey, who had such a great season so far. Well, we're almost done, but he's had such a great season. 6', 195. He's got 2 skating synergies as well as Gladiator to help out his body checking and as gold truculence. I think that this saves the card in the sense that he's only, 195, 6 foot, and he's not extremely fast, so he's not like Erik Karlsson, let's say. All the other abilities I'd probably pass on outside of maybe Seeing Eye. You could go with 1T, but I haven't seen 1T be all that effective really at all. But gold truculence is gold truculence, so I'm all about that, and that really helps out this card. I think that without it activated, you're going to have a tough time putting him in your lineup over some of even the Master Set players that have come out already, the non-Team of the Season version. One of the better goalies, in my opinion, this year has been Connor Hellebuyck. The 93 Connor Hellebuyck, 6'4", great synergy choices, nothing new there. Gold butterfly effect, which in my opinion has been one of the more effective ones, as has light work. So, again, he's got the abilities if you want to put abilities on a goaltender. I personally wouldn't. He's got 70 aggression, 93 speed, and he's probably going to get a 99 fairly quickly. So, if you got him or one of the other choices that are the goaltenders or the female players, and again, you're trying to get the biggest competitive edge, Connor Hellebuyck wouldn't be half bad. What did they do to my boy Adam Fox? So, 93 overall, 5'11", 182. Again, if you play in Division 2 and above, and even Division 3 in this year, because there's been such a low player base, the player base that is still left is pretty good at the game. So if you are going into Rivals regularly in Hut Champs, it is very tough to use a 5'11", 182 defenseman because A, he doesn't have that long of a reach, and B, he's not knocking Jaromir Jagr or anyone even close to that off of the puck. Unstoppable Force has really kind of taken the reins. He's got gold 1T, which again, is kind of hit or miss. Stick him up is good on defensemen that are bigger. On 5'11", poke checks are so hit or miss, about 50-50. The only way that I think stick him up is really impactful is if you have a very big defenseman because the reach is so much longer. in reverse is not really what you want to use. Ice Pack, Seeing Eye is half decent. Heat Seeker, meh. Like, if there was a card that needed gold truculence, it was Adam Fox. I mean, even his Wacky Wednesday card from like 3 months ago or whatever is probably better than this card. He will get a 99, however, but even at 99, he's going to be one of the worst 99 overall defensemen. So that's tough. I think that you needed at least silver on him to make him somewhat viable. Again, in the higher divisions. If you're a Ranger fan, don't listen to me. Make sure that you get Adam Fox, but I just wish personally he would have had truculence on him. I want to address that real quick, actually, because I'm going to get a lot of, maybe I get some comments in regards to me being like, you need truculence or unstoppable force to be a good card, and it's unfortunate. Like, that's just the game that has been developed. The meta and things like that have been flushed out. The good abilities have been flushed out, the most impactful ones. I don't personally enjoy that. That's just where we are. Unstoppable Force, as well as Close Quarters, and the animation-based abilities are just so far and away better than a lot of kind of the niche abilities that don't really show what they do when they activate, something like Snipe, for example, or even Big Tipper. I mean, I tip pucks home more than probably any other content creator that plays the game, and you can do it without Big Tipper quite easily. But Unstoppable Force and Truculence at this stage now, especially with big players, it is just such a difference. You will knock anyone off the puck if you have Truculence on someone who's half decent, over 6 foot, and Unstoppable Force, it really is the only counter on that. So I just wanted to address that. It's not like I think that all cards need that. It's just, if you want to have the card be effective and you're paying $500K for a shot at this card, you'd want him to be impactful for this game, and I hope that they address that next year. So a much more viable defenseman for the rest of the year in-game, the 93 overall former Niagara Ice Dog, no bias, I promise, Dougie Hamilton, 6'6", 230, always a very good card, only has 1 skating synergy though, and he is one of the slower defensemen, but he is 6'6", and like I mentioned before, all of his abilities are exact same as Adam Fox, actually almost identical, except I think Fox has taped it. Yeah, Fox has Ice Pack. I mean, anyways, he's got Silver Truculence, and again, like I mentioned earlier, if you're 6'6", the reach on Dougie Hamilton is so impactful. Much like Victor Hedman's X-Factor card that was so good at the beginning of the year, it's because if you are defending the play and you are in position at the blue line, there's really nowhere anyone can go if you hit R1 and you have stick 'em up on someone that's that big. So I think if Truculence would have made him overpowered, to be honest, he doesn't need it. He's 6'6", 230. Stick 'em up makes this a really, really good card. Another former Ice Dog having a great season. The 93 Vince Dunn from the Seattle Kraken, 2 skating synergies as well as Gladiator. Again, a little bit on the smaller end, but 6'2" is fine in this game. He's got gold stick him up, and again, at someone around 6 foot, like I would say the cutoff, like 6'3" and below or above, would be kind of where you want to use gold stick him up, or silver stick him up, that is. Without it, unfortunately, he's just a very offensive defenseman, and again, the only abilities that you'd think about activating would maybe be Seeing Eye, and it's only if you go for tip shots, really. So, unfortunately, a pretty weak display of abilities for him. I think that if he had Truculence, be more impactful and stick him up, but again, it's not like it's completely useless. He's got 94 speed and acceleration. Shot's a little meh for this stage of the game, but he's got 96 body checking, 98 defensive awareness. I don't think you're going to be upset with this card at all, and it's nice to see another Seattle Kraken get on the board. All right, and then we've got 93 TAGE Thompson. This is the one that everyone has been waiting for, and I'm not going to lie, I think that at this stage of the game, it's pretty surprising they didn't give him Unstoppable Force. I mean, if EA wanted all of the guys competing in the NHL 23 World Championship, or the people that are still spending money on this game, to absolutely fall over themselves to upload their credit card, I think an Unstoppable Force TAGE Thompson, that is Team of the Season, probably would have done that. But he's got one of the best abilities in close quarters, and he really doesn't need Unstoppable Force all that much because he's 6'6", 220. 92 speed, 92 acceleration. It's tough to know when he's going to get regular upgrades. The Buffalo Sabres, unfortunately, are not going to make it to the playoffs yet again. He is one of the most fun players to watch in real life. I've had the pleasure of doing so a few times this year, and this card is going to be fantastic. However, there is no way to guarantee make this card, and it is a clear problem that they need to address next year, one that I'm going to be extremely vocal about. The fact that these are the most expensive and sought-after cards that we wait for all year round, and we have to basically gamble, and they are basically promoting gambling to get these cards. I know that opening packs is gambling and all of that, but in a no money spent world, if you are no money spent and you saved up all of your collectibles, you have to just risk it for the biscuit, and that's just completely ridiculous. So it is what it is, but this is going to be one of the best cards for the remainder of the year, and have fun if you get them. I do want to mention, if you see one on the market, under a milli is where I would immediately snap him up. I don't know how many are going to hit the market. We're going to take a look right now on PS5 live. Let's do it live in the video. And, oh man, I remember a time when Team of the Season dropped and there would be 30 of every card. All right, on to the 94s. We've got the 94, Matthew Tkachuk, 6'2", 201. And, I don't know why. He should be one of the most fun cards to use in-game. I mean, in terms of, you know, he's nasty, but he puts up 100 points. A little bit questionable most of the time. I guess he doesn't lay those illegal hits nearly as much. But again, you get where I'm going with that. He's very, very aggressive, and he's the prototype power forward. Yet, however, he's not a very good skater in real life, and that's fine. So his skating is always low. But his X Factor always has like the worst abilities on him, all because he does a few of those between the legs passes a few years ago, and we kind of suffer, his cards suffer because of it. Gold close quarters is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but tape to tape, not necessary at all, in NHL 23 especially. It's tricky, no. Big tipper, I mentioned it, it's fun, not necessary at all. Relentless, I haven't seen this actually trigger more than 20 times in the probably 1,000 games I've played this year, and then Snipe, there's no real way to quantify that does anything. If there was a card to get truculence just for the fun of it, Matthew Tkachuk would have been it. So again, he will be fun at 99, but like, I don't know. I think that it would be, his cards just never get enough love. Speaking of cards that don't get enough love, former Niagara Ice Dog, they are extremely well represented this year. Thank God, because they are awful in real life. That being said, 6'3", 200, another card we've kind of waited for all year. I mentioned it, when he gets 3 skating synergies, he's going to be an awesome card. But joke's on me, because he's still only 91 speed, 91 acceleration, and 94 overall. At 99, this card's going to be fun. He's got gold close quarters, but much like Matthew Tkachuk, that's really it. So while I mentioned earlier, it kind of sucks that we know the best abilities in game and all of the cards really get them. When cards that we're really excited about don't get them, it's like, man, you know, I don't know. It's very tough. It's a hard balance, and I hope they do some figuring out of making maybe some of the other lesser sought-after abilities a little bit more enticing. Shock and Awe, I mean, that's fun, I guess. Snipe, again, no way to quantify. Same with Make It Snappy. I've tried these cards, gold, silver, whatever, and I don't notice any uptick in offense. 1T is interesting if it's silver because there's only 3 ability points, but everyone's shot power and accuracy is at 99, so I don't know. No contest, again, that has some usefulness as well, but it's the skating that just makes Jason Robertson so rough. Next up, we've got the 94, Mitch Marner, obviously going to be a favorite. There is a ton of Toronto Maple Leaf fans that still play the game. This is a little frustrating in the sense that him as well as Pettersson, again, this may be just from personal experience, have always gotten knocked off the puck so easily because they're only like 180 pounds. I really wish he would have gotten gold unstoppable force like Pettersson did. He did get silver, which is helpful, but I think that, again, all the guys that are so big now, I would love a usable, really fun Mitch Marner card, much like Pettersson. So, I don't know, just something to keep in mind. I was thinking about, he has close quarters and unstoppable force, the silver edition, so that's fantastic, and he will get to 99 pretty quickly. He's gonna pop off in the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. Mitch Marner pops off. They get out of the first round. Let's go. I'm sure that won't explode my comments. Next, we've got easily the best female card throughout the year. The Marie-Philippe Poulin X Factor card throughout the season in the Team of the Year version. I don't know, man. She's got a force field around or something. I can't stand going up against this card. She's just so hard to hit. She's got silver unstoppable force, gold truculence. I think in a perfect world, we flip those, but no complaints there. 99 99 pretty much everything. If there's one female card that a lot of people have used, it's going to be Marie-Philippe Poulin, especially if you have her X Factor. If you do have her X Factor like maxed out, I would do the trade-in to get her team of the season so that you don't have to worry about upgrading for the rest of the year. Then we've got the 96 Nathan MacKinnon. He had such an unbelievable finish to the season so far. There was a middle part when he got hurt, and he missed some time where it looked like he might go the Austin Matthews route where he just wasn't exploding offensively, and team of the season might be in jeopardy. Gold wheels, silver elite edges, shock and awe, make it snappy, truculence, and unstoppable force. He's essentially 99 everything across the board. If you have his team of the year card, I'm gonna get a lot of questions, and I already have in my Discord as well as on Twitch. His team of the year version is better. Team of the year version is one of the best, if not the best, right-handed winger in the game. This is going to be a fantastic card, and you'll see the update I made on No Money Spent, but if you're trying to decide between which one, do the trade-in. It's free, and you'll get both back if you do the Team of the Year trade-in for the Team of the Season. But that being said, I think the Team of the Year version is slightly better. And plus, the card art is so much better because I can't even stand looking at this nonsense because, man. Connor McDavid gets his 98 overall. He's 99 everything across the board. Gold wheels, shrug it off, Schneip, close quarters, elite edges, unstoppable force. Again, same kind of situation. I think his team of the year might be slightly better, but both are fantastic. If you've got Connor McDavid, congrats. If you haven't, you still have his X Factor. I don't even know if I'd do the trade-in at that point. I guess maybe because it's just going to cost you so much, but nonetheless, this is a fantastic card. Connor's been just absolutely lights out all year, and that isn't really surprising. And then we've got our 99, the 99 Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who is having an incredible year. Obviously 99 because his fantasy card is already 99. Gold quick pick for some reason. Just weird seeing it. Not that it's a not bad zone ability, just a little weird. Silver quick draw, you guys know, I think it's really important to have quick draw at least one centerman with 99 faceoffs. Close quarters is fantastic. Third eye and tape to tape, I wouldn't. Unstoppable force will help out with the fact he's 6'1", 184. Again, if you have the fantasy card, do the trade-in to get both. You get a free 99 essentially out of it. But good luck if you get him in the choice pack. Obviously, getting but getting a 99 is the play. Still an extremely good card, and congrats to him. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the sets real quick. For anyone that was wondering, if you watched that release, there was no choice sets, like the 35 Team of the Season collectibles for a random choice set. It is now here, so you can do the 35 choice pack to try and get a untradeable Team of the Season card. Unless you're hut rich, go ahead, but I just think of if you spend 500,000 coins on this pack and you get like Remy Poirier and Abby Roque, like that's such a brutal cost for you. So awfully tough. We'll take a look at the Team of the Season sets, though. Again, you can do the 1-for-1 if you have Connor McDavid's Team of the Year. And again, if you do that, you will get them back untradeable, but you will get both for free. You can go ahead and do that unless you have it tradable. I guess you could probably sell it, but I probably wouldn't. He's getting one of the best cards for the rest of the year. You can do his X Factor upgrade as well. The Mitch Marner upgrade, if you are a Leafs fan trying to get Mitch Marner's Team of the Season, it will cost you 29 Team of the Season collectibles, which equals out to about 464,000 coins. I would not personally recommend doing this if you are getting a bang for your buck, looking for competitive players. If you're a Leafs fan, absolutely, because this is the only way to guarantee yourself Mitch Marner. We've got the Nathan MacKinnon trade-in again, Team of the Year for the Team of the Season. I would 100% do that, as well as his X Factor on the No Money Spent team. Spoiler alert, I did do this immediately. This is why I was kind of getting Nathan MacKinnon's X Factor up to max, because his X Factor is fast and a great card, but obviously his abilities at endgame are kind of weak, but I knew he would get Team of the Season, or at least I thought he would when I made him, and luckily enough he did, so he's got great abilities, or better abilities now, so that was an easy make. You've got the Matthew Tkachuk X Factor trade-in. I guess I would do this if you've got Matthew. I can't imagine a situation in which you've got Matthew Tkachuk's X Factor at 94, but if you do, yeah, you want to pull the trigger on the savings there. We've also got one for Adam Fox. This is I mean, I don't even know. I guess it is slightly. I mean, just, man, I wish Adam Fox cards were a little bit better. His Wacky Wednesday card is legitimately better than his team of the season right now. You've got the Fantasy Hockey trade-in for the Nugent-Hopkins. Obviously, you want to go ahead and do that. We've got the Marie-Philippe Poulin team of the year for the team of the season. Yes, you want to do that, and her X-Factor upgrade. So those are the sets. Again, you can't make Robertson. You can't make TAGE Thompson. Huge letdown. They need to figure out a way to make this accessible because it is the end of the game, and you know, I've seen people make like 5 of these and not get anything that they even want close to it. It's brutal, unacceptable, and in the Game Changer chat, or if I'm asked for my input, I will be voicing my opinion loud and clear, so I'll let you guys know that. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's content. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.